matchup now between two conferences with long intertwined histories, and it hasn't always been friendly. It's the SEC versus the ACC here today. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, as we'll see the number 9 team of the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get right to the action. The Seminoles will kick this away to start us off. Return starts from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So Alabama's offense is up first today. And Kirk, when you talk about this offense, your eye goes right away to this wide receiver who really is a generational talent.
Well, he's just a difference maker. Anytime you can get him matched up one-on-one, you're going to try to get him the football as often as you can and see how many touchdowns he can put up on the board.
Hunt over the middle. It's Williams. It's a nice gain. It'll move the football up to the 27.
My gosh, this defense heard all week about stopping this receiver. If you're going to do anything to have a chance to win, you got to stop this guy. In the very first play of the game, first down and big yards.
To the air, it's Simpson. Grab down the middle, it's Horton. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down.
Boy, if I'm the defensive coordinator, you can't leave the middle of the field that wide open. Makes it so easy for the quarterback to read and recognize and get the ball out of his hands for a first down.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Play fake, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
What will the call be on third and long now from the 44? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for the wideout. What a catch! Now play enough for a first down. The offense set up at the 43.
So we got the opening drive. We got a big third down. Why not go with that quick slant? It works. It typically does work, and it's a first down.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Tries the right with a quick throw. Oh, what a grab! They bring him down, but a nice play moves the football to the 31 and a first down.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of...
He's in the clear. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tide.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play. And here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. So Florida State's offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. They'll be met by a defensive front that has a couple of impact players on it. They get after the quarterback. They slow the run down. Really a nightmare to block.
Well, these guys are what it's all about. You want to build a great defense? Follow this blueprint right here. Big, strong, athletic defensive linemen. They're game wreckers, and they're lucky to have a couple of them up front. Going to be tough on this offense to try to hold up at the line of scrimmage. Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
The quarterback keeps it on the option. They get him down. The gain is to about the 12.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, you're going to have to keep your eye on that defensive end. If he collapses down inside to the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself as a quarterback to the outside. Now, if he stays outside, you're going to go ahead and leave it in the running back's belly. In this case, he pulled it and got some good yards himself.
Looking for a man deep on the right side. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Well, anytime you defend this kind of offense, you need defensive backs who are really comfortable in defending the ball being thrown downfield. It's not just the short to intermediate throws. It's the deep shots that they're willing to take. I love how he showed patience here before he knocked the ball away.
They'll kick it away here. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. So here comes the first play of this drive. They're set up at their own 48. They're going to run it. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Grabbed by the receiver. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either the receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
That completion makes it second down. And he'll set up to throw. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. And that pass is way off the mark. Not sure who he meant to throw that ball to. Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. Out of the gun now on third down. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. Here he goes. It's a nice gain, but he runs out short of the marker, so fourth down coming up. Punt team ready to boot it away. The punt bounces and goes out of bounds right near the 10-yard line. And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. Over the middle, it's Robinson. Tackle made, but he gets the ball out across the 20-yard line. Good game.
This is what makes the RPO so difficult to defend if you have a quarterback who can read it. It's that old argument, which guy has the chalk last? Well, with a quarterback that can read it like that, the quarterback has the chalk last. He reads that they're up, makes the throw in the quick slant, gets some really good yards.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
The thing about this tight end is he is not only a great blocker, but shows here early in this game he can make great catches as well.
Great start for the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Grab behind the line. It's Robinson. And he will be stuffed for no gain. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped into the field. We're ready now for the second period. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. Scanning the field. It's Castellanos. Looking deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical 3rd down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to 4th down.
And the Seminoles will bring their punt team on the field now. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. Choosing to return the punt. And the return is brought down by that coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 31. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss of a play.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Finds his target, and it's complete. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
The slant may look like an easy play to defend, but it can be really tough, especially against man coverage, without any help to the inside. If you're the offense and you continue to see that man coverage, you might as well just keep attacking just like that.
That completion sets up an important 3rd down play. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. On the run, he'll let it go. Wide open downfield. They get him down, but a big gainer to the 42.
Well, it's a good ball here by the quarterback, but I have to back up and look at the route by this tight end. He puts such pressure on this defense and makes it very easy for the quarterback to be able to make an accurate throw because he gets separation.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Handoff here from the shotgun. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And the back now goes in motion. Breaks into open space. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
They're able to get a short gain to make this 3rd down a little bit more manageable. But it is 3rd and long, so this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on 3rd and long.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Running out of time in the pocket. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Bama. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
Now the important point after attempt. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They stop him right at the 24.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. And he'll just throw that one away to avoid what would have been a sack.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there, had great protection. Receiver ran a nice route, just not able to convert there on that 3rd down. Let's see what their decision is on 4th down coming up.
The Noles will bring their punt team onto the field. This one will be fair caught. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Caught behind the line. It's Horton. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
It's the 2-minute timeout. We've got a blowout developing here. Here's the 2nd down play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He's got it in the open. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
They told us all week that they thought they had an opportunity to get this tight end the football, and here they are early in the game showing that they mean business.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Looking for a receiver. That's caught. It's Cuevas. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
He hands it to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That back just had nowhere to go. You've got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Back to throw. It's Simpson. Short throw complete to the tight end. What a move. Breaking ankles and still going. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points.
How many 1st downs is that on this drive? This defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. And the defense comes up with the football.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. First down, looking to throw the football. And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Now here's an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't quite have the concentration or the focus necessary. Ends up dropping it before he could bring it in.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 29. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Grab down the middle. It's McCoy. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Pressure is coming. Oh, and it's incomplete. Tried a little lob pass there, but doesn't work. Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. Scanning the field. It's Castellanos. Pump over the middle. It's Davis. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. He makes the grab. Breaks into the clear. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Man, where's the scouting report for this defense? You knew coming into this game this tight end was capable. That's his 5th catch in this first half.
One play moves the ball to the 41. It'll be first down. And he drops back in the gun. Grab down the middle. It's Cuevas. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up a 2nd manageable here for this offense.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Miller. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. First play of the second half is a handoff. It'll be Smoother right at the line for no gain.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take a lead in this game at some point.
Caught in the backfield. backfield. It's Robinson. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Chris, in my opinion, what we just witnessed is one of the toughest things to do in football as a defender, and that's making an open field tackle. A lot of times, those one-on-one matchups against shifty receivers, the receiver wins. This time, let's tip our cap to that defender. Great play.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And they've got the returner corralled. And now the first play of the drive, they'll begin at the 38. Looking to throw. It's Simpson. Quick throw complete to the tight end. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5. He hands it off from the gun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a low punt. Won't travel very far. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And the quarterback keeps it here. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on 3rd down. Now, big decision coming up here on 4th.
And the Noles will line up to punt it away. Forced to kick it away for the 6th time. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're set up at their 40. Breaks free. He's in the clear.
Well, this is why the offensive coordinator trusts his quarterback on these RPOs. He made the right read, was able to pick up some good yards. Now they have a 2nd down and manageable. Wouldn't be surprised if they run that RPO again.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 28.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence, and you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. Oh, what a move.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Alabama now operating in the red zone. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Here's the handoff on first and goal. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Ball back at the 10-yard line now for second and goal. Receiver in motion now. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. And now the defense able to bring him down. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. An exciting start to the quarter here as the offense facing a 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Simpson. Looking for 6. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Well, if nobody's open, you can't risk the possession like this. Tossing it into coverage in the end zone, that's a good way to earn a spot on the bench.
So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. And a chance here to build the lead, make it a 3-score game in the final quarter. He missed it. Off target that time. And the lead remains at 14 after the miss.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Here's the first play of the drive now from that 20-yard line. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. It's a bootleg looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch on a comeback route. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
Well, it's another positive play, but man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
He finds some space. Here he goes. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice game. They're getting closer to the 50. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Finds his man. It's McCoy. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield for 41.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. He's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
The Seminoles starting a new series here on 1st and 10. gap. It's Williams. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Short connection to the tight end here. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. The pocket breaking down. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
I love to see this team fighting the way they are. Picking up a first down on that 3rd down shows you they still believe. They still think they got a shot to come back and compete in this game.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. They'll run it. Hand it off to the running back.
Pretty good game here by this offense, and here they are. They're getting already set to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go. Defense better get their cleats in the ground.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Back to pass. It's Castellanos. The pass rush closing in. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Defense is coming after him. Oh, and they'll trap him back there. A 4th down stop and a sack, no less.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator. Very close to being able to come through here for this first down to keep this drive alive, but late in the game, not getting the first down. I think this one's all but over.
So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Leaning on the run game here late. Breaks into the clear. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The game moves the ball to the 39. It'll be first down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now behind the 6 on 2nd down. They need 12 after that first down loss. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much in this game at all. That ball carrier being tackled near the line of scrimmage. Maybe if this defense can make more plays like that in the second half, their team will be able to chip away at this lead.
Oh, they trap him for a sack. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field in that 3rd down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. And now it's 4th down and long.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive. Now they're set up at their 40. To throw, it's Castellanos. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Second down play coming up. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Tight end makes the grab. And the gain just good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. And looking to throw now on first down. That's reeled in. It's White.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
That completion makes it second and short. You snap it, quarterback looking to throw the ball. Extending the play. Football comes out. Defense makes the recovery a turnover. What a dream finish for this defense. Take the ball away, crush any chance of a comeback. Now you can just kneel down and secure the win. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration.